Welcome to the Duke 18. Today I'm going to show you how to create 3 different dollar store DIYs for under $10 in under 10 minutes. First is a cotton pad dispenser. I wanted a creative way to hold all of my cotton pads without just pulling them out of the bag. First thing you'll need is a small can of Pringles. You can get a large one if you prefer, and go ahead and empty out all of the Pringles. You also need some contact paper. This is some I had left over from the dollar store, as well as an X-Acto knife. And of course, don't forget your cotton rounds. Once your can is empty, wash it lightly. Take your X-Acto knife and we're going to cut out at the bottom, doesn't matter where, a half moon shape. And it should look something like this. With that done, you're going to take your contact paper, wrap it around so you can measure the height and length that you need for your paper. Put it on and cut out that half moon shape once again. Then go ahead and insert your cotton pads. Put on the top, and there you go. Super easy and simple. Plus, you also have a snack for the rest of these crafts. Next is a hidden candle holder. You're going to need 2 mason jars. They don't have to have the handle on them, as well as 2 of these cactus plants. They have so many cute options available at the dollar store, as well as some stones, and these little candles. They come in packs of 10, so you have tons left over. Don't forget scissors or an X-Acto knife. Take the mason jars and start to fill them up with as many rocks as you want. For this next step, you don't have to put the cactus in yet. I just wanted to show you how well that they sit on top of the mason jar and they don't fall in. You want to take your plant and slowly squeeze the edges so you can pop out the plant. Once you have that, we're going to cut a half circle around the bottom so we can have room to put our candle into the bottom of the planter. With my scissors, I'm just cutting halfway through to create a line, and then I'm going to cut off the middle. You'll notice there is a wire stem that holds the cactus in place. We're just going to cut that off as well. Be really careful since this wire is very strong so you don't damage your scissors. Once we have that done, take your planter, put in the candle, place your cactus on top, and you have a cute little hidden candle. And this is what they look like. I went ahead and lit them, and you can actually take out that cactus and place it onto the side just for a nice little decoration. For our last DIY, we're going to make a hanging plant or hanging organizer. You're going to need a large wreath, a medium wreath, a small wreath, a large plate, medium plate, and a small plate. You're also going to need some rope. 2 of them will be just fine, as well as some wire to wrap around the wreaths, and then we have some optional decoration that I added just for fun. I grabbed some of these vines, as well as this cute little bird. I absolutely love how adorable it turns out, as well as this gold candle holder. Let's go ahead and get started. Grab your large wreath and your wire. For mine, there was a piece that was sticking out, so I made sure to wrap it around this piece just so I can kind of hide it a little bit. With my wire, I'm going to wrap it around at least 2 times, and then I'm going to create a loop. You'll notice here I keep adjusting the wire because you want to be it as tight as possible. So this loop is going to be for our rope to slide through. We don't want it to be too small that it can't slide through and too big that it's not holding the rope in. I made each of my loops about 3/4 long and then just opened up that hole so I could slide the rope through it. You want to make sure that this hole is on the side of the wreath. You don't want it to be on top or on bottom. Having it on side is going to make it a lot easier for our rope to slide through and hold this wreath in place. Once I have everything looking how I like it, I'm going to continue to wrap it around 2 more times, and I do this for every single loop that I make on all the wreaths. So you're going to wrap twice, make a loop, wrap 2 more times. This is where your pliers or scissors are going to come in. I tried my pliers first and then realized that scissors were easier, so definitely use a pair of scissors. Once I have it cut, I was originally going to tie these 2 pieces together, but that was creating too much bulk, so what I ended up doing was just folding over either side of the wire on either side of the wreath that it was wrapped around, and just to get it out of the way. Once you have this complete, you're going to create 2 more loops that are equidistant apart, and then repeat this process for the medium and small wreath. We're going to grab our rope next so we can start creating our dividers in between the wreaths. Go ahead and slide that through the first loop and make a knot. It doesn't matter how long or how short your rope hangs at the bottom. I measured out 15 inches for the distance between the next wreath. However, when I did do this, I noticed the gap was too large, so I actually made it 11 inches instead of 15. Once you have it where you want to create a knot at that length. The key here is to make sure that everything is the same distance apart, otherwise your wreaths are going to hang lopsided and we don't want that, so always measure twice. Once all of your measurements are made, grab your next wreath, poke them through all the holes, and we're going to measure out our next distance. I would suggest that you hang it just to make sure that everything is hanging evenly and not lopsided. Measure out the next distance from that wreath to the small wreath and make another knot. Mine is about 7 inches. Once all my knots are made, I go ahead and start sliding the rope through the small wreath. Once again, you're going to want to hang this so you can make sure that everything is even and not lopsided, and once you like how it looks, go ahead and tie that rope into a knot. My last measurement from the small wreath to the knot is about 7 inches, so all my measurements are large wreath to medium wreath is 11, medium to small is 7, small to knot is 7. It's definitely up to you how spaced out they are, but I chose this just so I can add more to the bottom. And this is what it looks like hanging, and I'm going to start adding little decorations here and there. I really want to use my wreath to hang up all of my face washing products. I was really surprised with how sturdy everything is, and the wire alone was really great because it has a rubber outside to it, therefore my glass plates don't move when I place them on there. They're not sliding around. And this is what it looks like with my decorations. I put my vines around the second layer and I clipped on the bird to my plate. I absolutely adore how this little guy looks, and I may just go to the dollar store to buy him some little friends. And those are my 3 dollar store DIYs. Everything here cost me under $10 except for the hanging plant, only because I added more decorations, but those are again optional. Also, everything was less than 10 minutes to make. They're super easy. Go ahead and try them. Comment, like, subscribe. Let me know how you like them. And as always, if you love the music in the background, make sure to subscribe to that artist as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.